So, like I said, the next morning, like I told her that during that like maybe 4 or 5 hour conversation that well, it took a long time to get through to her, and so I said, like next, like we can still correct everything next, like tomorrow morning, accept the help that everyone's been trying to offer you, and go to them for help, saying that this is what you really want, and stand firm. She said, she didn't text me the whole day, and I was on the highway. I was going home, maybe, I don't know. And I was like, wait, let me just stop at her workplace because it was on the way home. So I stopped there, and I went inside and I sat down. And after a while, she came, and she's like, what are you doing here? I was like, did you contact the people that we talked about last night? And she said she was going to, but then she spoke to her manager, like who she gets advice from, and she didn't find it prudent to do so. And I just said okay, like in the sense that I hope you know what you're doing here. Um, so anyway, she was like, don't sit in that direction looking at me because there's this coworker. Remember the time on like Labor Day we went to that barbecue and there was this guy that shouldn't have been there that kind of like didn't allow us to talk openly? That guy apparently works in the adjacent store, and he sometimes passes by, and he also knows their entire family. So she's like, sit facing away from whatever direction the guy sometimes walks uh, in from. And so I was sitting in that direction, and I was studying basics of anesthesia, and writing down notes and stuff. And after a while, I couldn't focus because I was like, I needed to talk to her and like get, like what the hell, man. So I went to the last page of the notebook that I was writing my notes in, and at the top of the page I wrote, "Dear Princess," and then I just started writing like everything that I needed to convey. I will read that to you at another time. And then I wrote that front and back, and it was kind of like not really poetic, but it was romantic in the sense that it was like, I don't know. It was amazing how I came up with all that in an elegant way in the limited time before she left from work. So anyway, I gave that to her, and then she read that, and then either she called me another time, and I don't know if it was that day or another day. She called me, and we were just talking again. Like, she called me when she was crying, and we were talking. And oh wait, you know that night that we were talking for 5 hours? I told her the list of like the 3 most romantic things that she did for me. I can't remember all of them. One, two. I know. I know the first one, the most romantic thing that she did for me, which was she said that because I was like, what if you're destined to be with some other guy? And she said, if you could, and I said, what if I only got in the way of you being with some other guy? And she's like, if only you could see that I wanted you in the way. So that I thought was the most romantic thing that she did for me. And then she told me of this Facebook status that she made like a day before, and I can't see it anymore because she deleted me off Facebook. and her parents and everyone, her family, got upset because apparently they read her Facebook, and even her parents. And what it said was the most poetic thing that she's ever wrote about me or for me, and instantly that became the most romantic thing that she's done, or said towards me or whatnot. And what it was like a short snippet or whatnot. A snippet for music only? I don't know. It was a short 2-3 lines of poetry, I want to say. And it was like, I will stop loving you when an apple grows on a mango tree on the 30th of February. And when I heard this, I was like, oh, that's kind of nice, because apples can't grow on mango tree. But then I was like, why February? Because like mango season is like, they start blooming around like January, February. I didn't understand the concept of February. And I was also thinking, wait, one day it would be genetically possible to like have mango trees produce apples. Like I was like, it's not that far fetched. Like that can be done. And then like she said, think about it more. And I was like, why February? Like February, because we have a mango tree, and I'm trying to think like, when does the mangoes blossom or something at our house. And she's like, no, she said, is there a 30th of February? And when I heard that, like, chills like ran down my spine. And I was in bed right here, and actually rolled off of the bed. I was like, because I was oblivious to the fact that, like, I forgot that February didn't have a 30th. And although I thought, the apple growing on the mango tree may one day genetically be possible, the fact of the matter is, there will never be a February, the 30th of February, and so she will never stop loving me. And that touched me so deeply. Like, I wish she would have been like that, more often, because I'm the one that does creative stuff. She's the one that watches all these, like, Bollywood, like, cheesy movies where, like, the guy always gets the girl at the end and all this stuff. So I don't know why she couldn't come up with more creative stuff. She's the one that's artistic and supposedly, like, thoughtful and creative and whatnot. And here I was coming up with stuff from my mind and, like, doing these romantic things. And here's that one thing that she did that I found beautiful. I wish she would have done that more. So anyway, she called me another day after I visited her from at her store, and I wrote that letter, I guess. And we were talking and whatnot, and I was like, this is kind of like The Notebook, the movie The Notebook, that she always wanted me to see, and I never really wanted to see it. But then, like, my English teacher one day said that we're gonna watch it, and that's the way that I was forced to watch it. But it is a good movie, I guess. I just never really cared for it. So I was like, this is kind of like The Notebook, because I kept a journal for you, and I called it The Notebook. And I was going to give it to you, like, when I finished it, but because you're giving up on me and whatnot, I thought I'd just let you know that I have started a journal for you, and solely for you. And I don't know, I'm just desperately looking for someone to love.